You got a lot of people in your profession who waxed poetically for weeks and weeks about how Florida was going to be just like New York. Wait 2 weeks, Florida's going to be next. Just like Italy, wait 2 weeks. Well, hell, we're 8 weeks away from that, and it hasn't happened. So we've succeeded, and I think that people just don't want to recognize it because it challenges their narrative, it challenges their assumption. So they got to try to find a boogeyman. Maybe it's that there are black helicopters circling the Department of Health. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I'd like to sell you.
It's probably falling apart. There are 12,373 hospitalized people confirmed with COVID-19 in Florida today. That was death sentence back then, standing next to, Pence, who they wanted to hang, apparently, because Pence didn't agree that rigging an election for Donald Trump was positive. It was a good thing for his particular career. Anyway, 23% of all new hospitalizations from COVID are here in Florida, and our hospitals are overwhelmed again. All that Biden had the temerity to do was to ask Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott to please either help spread the information that vaccines were a great preventative measure that each and every American could and should take, or get out of the way and stop mingling and mutilating and spindling that message. And this prompted DeSantis to go on a tirade about, I don't know, the southern border.
Why don't you do your job? Why don't you get this border secure? And until you do that, I don't want to hear a blip about COVID from you.
Shut the F up, okay? Just shut up. 600,000 plus, I don't even know what the number is going to end up being. It could be 1 million people die in the United States from a preventable virus. It is now preventable. It has been preventable for many, many months now. Preventable deaths. Things that are preventable is what he's railing against. He is literally a friend of COVID. He is a friend of the virus. He is literally comfort food for stupid people. That's what Ron DeSantis is. Nothing more. Comfort food for idiots. I mean, it's just so unbelievable that they're against saving lives. I mean, and they can sell it. That's the scary part. Not so much that they're against life, which they always were, because they're pro-death penalty, they're pro-gun, they're not anything, they're nowhere on their agenda is anything that resembles, helping people live, including on this pandemic issue. But that they can sell it is really the shocking portion of it, that they can sell it by distracting you. Look over there, look over here, look over there, look up there, look down there, look at the people below you, and, stomp on their heads. They're doing it to you. It's people who are poorer than you, people who are less free than you, people who are more burdened than you. That's who's causing. I mean, it's ridiculous when it's obviously coming from the governor's office and he's above you. Ridiculous. And who do they defend? The most violent insurrectionists, the most violent people in our country. That's who gets their love and attention and affection and protection. It is just amazing. And they can sell it. They can literally sell it. Now, I'm telling you, not everybody's buying it because death sentences approval numbers have tanked in the last month here in Florida. He's down to less than 50%. He's down to 43% approval and 49% disapproval. And it's mostly coming from people who don't know what to do about sending their kids to school, because he is literally threatening to defund Florida schools if they do mask mandates. And again, I have to tell you that, Broward County, the sixth largest county in America, Fort Lauderdale, they're doing a mask mandate. Leon County, they're doing a mask mandate because 2 of their preschool teachers are in ICU with COVID. 2 preschool teachers, and 4 of their kids are in the ICU. Duval County, Jacksonville, that's where they really got hit really bad because they're on the border of Alabama up there on the Panhandle. They're mandating masks. And Alachua County, where the University of Florida is, they're mandating masks in their K through 12 schools because 2 of their custodians, school custodians, have died of COVID. That's pretty scary. That's pretty sick. Anyway, we have another candidate, We do have Nikki Fried, who is currently our agriculture secretary, elected position here in Florida. I know this because I voted for her. She's the only Democrat in the administration. And she's like, stop blaming everybody but yourself.
I've got a really clear message to Ron DeSantis. Start doing your job. And until you do your job, don't say blip about my president. He goes on these airwaves and talks about, blaming immigrants, I think was the latest of his tirades.
Yeah.
And so what we need to be doing here in the state of Florida is coming together and talking about these vaccines, making sure that people are going out and getting vaccinated. We know that this is the only way that we are going to get in front of this virus. As we've heard earlier on your show, and we're hearing across the country that new variants are popping up. And so we've got to be having those hard conversations. And as I've been traveling our state, talking to our first responders, talking to our nurses, to our parents, to our hospitals, they're scared. They're at capacity. And this governor is sending misinformation across our state and not taking this seriously. I've asked him to declare a state of emergency. Instead, he's just blaming everybody but himself for what is happening in our state.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. That's what they do. They literally will blame victims of COVID for being victims of COVID. They blame rape victims for their own rape. They blame gun victims for their own shootings. They blame everybody and everything except for themselves, when they are totally, totally responsible for perpetuating mis and disinformation. Why does he do that? Because his base, he's flirting with them. He's literally, blowing kisses to the anti-vaxxers. Now, Nikki Fried understands this.
We need to be having bipartisan support of people across our state, across our country, coming together, Democrats, Republicans, independents, emphasizing how important it is to get the vaccines and to get it now. And so when he does things like this and flirts with anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers, what he's doing is he's signaling to the people of our state, don't take this seriously. Don't follow the science. Don't follow the experts. And that's the conversation that we need to be having. It's how we come together, re-message what needs to be going on right now here in the state of Florida.
She's exactly right. Why can't these Republican governors, these Republican senators, Republicans in the state houses, in the state legislature, why can't they put out public service announcements showing the data about the safety record of this vaccine? We've given more than 300 million vaccines, more than 300 million. Why can't they just come together around the safety data, around the efficacy data? Why can't they just rally around the science, get this done, and move along with your politics, with your, dividing of America? How in the world did sickness and death become a partisan position? How in the world did they even get here? Money. Where does the money come from? It comes from the Koch brothers. And what are they? Libertarians. And so they have this double strategy: kill them off and then prevent them from voting after they get angry. And that's what the Koch brothers are doing. And that's who he is taking talking points from.